Hello everybody and welcome to HJ Goes Live. I'm Charlotte, editor of Hairdressers Journal, and today we've got a sync chat on L'Oréal Professionnel Metal Detox Oil with education consultant Bobbi Murray. Today's session is supported by L'Oréal Professionnel and it's going to be all about the Metal Detox Concentrated Oil new launch. We're going to cover what it is, the technology, how to use it for the best results, and how to include it in every service. Welcome, Bobbi. It is lovely to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So to kick things off, what do you find and what do people tell you are the main concerns that clients have with their hair?
Do you know, everyone that I speak to, whether it's a client or I'm doing an education session or friends or family, everyone always says that they want to stop colour fade, they want to stop any dullness, and they just want really healthy, shiny hair.
And so where does Metal Detox kind of come into that? What is Metal Detox for people who've never heard of it before?
So Metal Detox is a 4-product protocol. So it's designed for 100% reliable colour results and really healthy hair, so to stop any breakage that might happen on the hair. The product range was 7 years in research, 7 years in testing, and when they were doing all of this process, what they were looking for is how to get the best colour results and how to stop any damage or breakage from happening in the hair. During this process, what they realised is that we have loads and loads of nasty bits that are in our water, and wash after wash, all of these kind of nasty bits, mainly like metal particles such as copper, build up on the hair, which have a really negative effect on the hair, because what happens is this can give us unreliable colour results. We might see kind of greeny hues in the hair, and the hair is much more prone to breakage as these particles build up. So they launched a range which can give people really healthy hair, really good, shiny, true to tone colour results, and to protect the hair by 87% against any breakage.
Very good. So the new launch is an oil, so that's
yes.
To the range. So there's the 4-step protocol. Tell me how that works and how all the elements come together.
So we just launched the Metal Detox Concentrated Oil, and this is really, really exciting, because what happened before is we had our 3 original products. So we had our pre-treatment neutralizing spray, we had our shampoo, and we had our mask treatment. And this service would start in salon or in the hands of a hairdresser, and you would apply the pre-treatment spray onto the hair before any colour service. With the pre-treatment spray, there's an active ingredient called glycoamine. This goes into the cortex of the hair, so it penetrates right in and it neutralizes any metal particles, any nasty bits that are in the hair. So when we apply our colour, there's a really nice, even, clean canvas to work on. And then we'll do our colour as normal. We would use our shampoo to remove, and then we would use our anti-deposit mask as our treat. And then the service kind of stopped there. We would switch on to like a Siri Expert product to blow dry in. But we didn't have anything as a leave-in within the Metal Detox range. So they launched the oil. This can be used to leave in. You can blow dry in. You can also use it on the hair dry. All 4 products contain the active ingredient glycoamine. So this will neutralize any metal particles. It will kind of create like a barrier on the hair as well, so the hair's protected the whole time that you're using this range.
Very good. So kind of what makes the oil different, would you say?
The consistency of it is so different. So it seems funny calling it an oil, because the consistency isn't really oil-like. It's kind of like a microgel formula, and the oil's put into a turbine with blades, and the blades spin at 3,000 times per minute. So it's really, really finely cut. This means that it's great for any hair type. So when they did research, they found out that about 50% of people were using a hair oil, but that means that 50% aren't, and that's probably down to hair density, maybe finer hair. Originally, maybe oil was a bit like a Marmite product. If you might have used it once, it's too heavy, you never use it again. So it really targets people with finer hair and bridges the gap, because we didn't really have an oil that was suitable for finer hair. Another thing is it's just so prescriptive. So there is so many benefits to this oil. So we say it's an oil, it sounds like I'm downplaying it, but there's a huge amount of benefits. It's very prescriptive in a sense of what it does.
Brilliant. And kind of what kind of, and you said sort of when hairdressers might use it in the salon, but do you want to go into a little bit more detail about when salon hairdressers or freelance hairdressers might use it?
Yes, so I would use it on anyone. So any hair type, any head of hair. I would use it to prep the hair before I blow dry. I would use it as a finisher as well. And because it's quite lightweight, you can use it when the hair's dry, and it's really beautiful to use. There's no kind of oil residue with it. There's no kind of greasiness or anything like that. So you can really, really build it up. And the oil is designed for daily use. So, you know, even if you're washing your hair twice or once a week, you can use the oil every single day. The benefits of the oil when it's on the hair, it protects the hair instantly and stops any breakage. So it's 90% less breakage when it's on the hair, which is an insane claim. A complete protection. You get 2 times more shine, and if your hair's coloured, you get real colour vibrancy as well. But you can use it on natural coloured hair, so kind of any hair type, whether your hair's thick, fine. You know, if you've got thicker hair, you can just use kind of more of it or layer it with a different product. If your hair's finer, then you know it will be enough to just use on its own.
Well, are you ready for our quick fire Q&A round?
Yes, definitely.
We've been counting down until we can do this. So I'm thrilled to announce the Metal Detox Oil Quickfire Q&A. So Bobbi, what 3 words would you use to describe the Metal Detox Oil?
Plumping, lightweight, and prescriptive.
Cool. And what does the fragrance remind you of?
Luxurious citrus. Do you know what it is? It's when you walk into like a perfume department in a department store and you get that smell sensation.
Oh God, like totally immersive. Like, yeah, okay. I'm smelling it now. And can it be used on wet or dry hair?
Both, definitely.
And I think, so how much heat protection does it give?
Up to 230 degrees.
Amazing. I know you should have tested me on this to see if I was listening to the first part.
Next time we'll swap.
Yeah, next time. And how many pumps should stylists use?
I would say between 1 to 3. So finer hair 1 pump, thicker hair 3.
And who is it for, finally?
Everyone. Absolutely everyone.
Sure, well, that is music to my ears, because as a client, I always get a bit nervous when someone says, I'm going to put an oil on your hair. And I'm like,
this is the thing. I do feel like it's one of those Marmite things. You know, I've had people in the past and I've brought out an oil, and I'm a lover of an oil, and they're like, no, don't put that on. You know, I'm going to a wedding at the weekend, I don't want to weigh my hair down. But it is so lightweight that it wouldn't feel like you have an oil on.
Oh, well, thank you very much for giving us the 411 on detox oil. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I almost need to do that quiz now. Thank you so much for your time, Bobbi, and thank you so much for L'Oréal Professionnel Paris for sponsoring today's session. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon. Bye, Bobbi.
Take care. Bye.